This is good. It tastes almost like you were drinking the juice of an apple pie. Apple pie. Hello and welcome to my counter. My name is Roy. I am a home cook, an amateur baker, and I am here on this channel sharing recipes that have helped me to lose over 125 pounds, whether those recipes are mine or someone else's. Now today is not a recipe, it's a taste test. I purchased a bunch of Walden Farms items, zero-calorie items from vitacost.com. And a lot of people were asking how I liked them. Some people were saying they'd tasted them a while ago and didn't like them. So I figured I would do a little bonus episode here and do a taste test of the items. Now, some of them I have already tried. And you can see some of them I really liked. Actually, so far everything I've opened I've liked, but there are a few things that I'm not sure of yet because I haven't tasted them. So why not do it here and get my honest reaction immediately. So one of the ones that I have tried is this mocha coffee creamer. And I really, really like this. It's got a really great flavor. It's nice and thick, which I expected it to be kind of more like a milk, but it was more like a creamer. And the flavor is really good, really comes through. So this one I won't taste on camera, but I will tell you, I really do like that. That's why there is so little left. Another one that I have tried is this Chipotle ranch dressing. I like things a little spicy. Paul does not, so being able to have a dressing where I can add a little spice to my salad is very helpful because I don't have to have his salad spicy. I can just do it all on my own. Now I will tell you that I tasted this out of the bottle first without a salad, and I wasn't sure I was going to like it. It had a faint cilantro flavor, and I'm not a fan of cilantro, but the ingredients label doesn't list cilantro in there, so I don't know what I was tasting. But on its own, I was like, a little unsure. But on a salad, I actually really do like it a lot. Gives a little spice, a little creaminess, and it's 0 calories. For 2 tablespoons or more, you can put on quite a bit and really enjoy your salad if you like it spicy. So this one is another one I do recommend. 2 more things that I've opened. One is this maple walnut syrup. I love it. You can definitely get a walnut flavor from it and definitely a strong maple. And I have actually even come to putting it into my coffee. I like it that much. And making a little maple walnut coffee. It's really good. Now I do have a recipe that I'm going to be recording later today, and I believe it should be coming out after this video. But it's for maple bourbon walnut nice cream. You know, the ice cream made from frozen bananas. I don't use this syrup in it. I will show the syrup that I do use in that video. But this could be added in there to get that walnut flavor without actually adding walnuts, which is where a lot of the bites or points comes from in my recipe. So this is definitely, in my opinion, a keeper. Now the last one that I've tried is up front here, Chipotle Mayo. Obviously, like I said, I like things spicy, so I was very excited for this. But when I opened it, I will show you. That's not a mayo. So I was very iffy about how this would work, because this is more like a dressing or a sauce. So I wasn't sure if I would like this, but I do. I love it. It's got a nice bit of heat in there. Gets right to the back of your throat. But what I do is I will spread it on my sandwich bread and kind of let it soak in. And it's 0 calories. I believe all of these items are 0 calories. But I will let it soak into the bread a little bit for my sandwich. You definitely get the flavor. You don't get that thickness like a mayo. So if that texture bothers you, which it does bother some people, this is a good mayo to try if you like it spicy. They also have, I believe it's, I forget what they call it, sorry, but maybe I'll try to remember to look that up and leave that here. But it sounds kind of like a Miracle Whip type of dressing or mayo. And I'm not sure how that one tastes, but if you don't like it spicy, you might want to try that one. Although, as I said, I haven't tasted that one yet. But this mayo definitely has good flavor. Not the texture of mayo, not what I was expecting, but definitely the flavor is there. Okay, now we are on to the things I haven't tried yet, so hopefully I won't make any bad faces. The first one is the regular pancake syrup, regular in as not maple walnut. Still 0 calories for a 1/4 cup. And I don't expect that I'm going to have any problem with this one because I like the other one, so I'm hoping this one is the same. Nice and thick, which is good. Not like their mayo, but let's see. No, that's very, very good. Kind of reminiscent of the maple syrups that I used to have as a kid that weren't really syrup, like the Mrs. Butterworth and Aunt Jemima syrups. Nice and thick, definitely has a good maple flavor. This one to me is another keeper. Okay, and the last syrup that I have, 0 calories for 2 tablespoons, although I'm sure if you keep going up, it's still gonna be 0. But this one is a blueberry syrup, which I love blueberries. Blueberries are some of my favorites. So I really have high hopes for this one. I need another taste. My hands, or rather my muscles. I mean, I like how thick it is, and I definitely got a strong blueberry hit right off the bat. So yes, I will say I do like it. I thought I sensed like a slight aftertaste at first, but now I'm not getting that. So I don't know if it was just, I wasn't used to the taste of this one, but no, this is good. It tastes almost like you were drinking the juice from a blueberry pie. That's what it kind of tastes like, kind of thick and blueberry sweet. And yeah, I like it. A slight, mild, maybe mild aftertaste, but nothing that turns me off from this. So that is a keeper as well. Clean off my spoon here. And we will try Marshmallow Dip. This one I was very interested to hear about because I had people commenting after I did my s'mores short and sweet snack video that this might be a good alternative to the fluff I was using. Although I did have some people say that it was overly sweet. So it is definitely thick and marshmallowy. See, it's very thick. Let's see what the flavor is like. It's a little gelatinous. I think they could have used some of the gelatin or whatever they used to thicken this in that Chipotle Mayo, but I don't get an overly sweet flavor from it. I like the flavor overall. It does have a faint, kind of almost slightly chemical type of flavor to it. Artificial, maybe that's what I'm thinking, artificial. But the flavor is actually pretty good. So, and I don't get an overly sweet taste from this. So I think this is a keeper if you're mixing it and stuff, or maybe making a sundae with it. Eating it directly like this, kind of like the Chipotle ranch dressing, is not maybe the way to go. But I definitely can see this being part of something else, like a sundae or something like that. So far so good. My marshmallow spoon. And let's go for apricot fruit spread. Calorie free for 1 tablespoon, and I believe it does go up to more. Now, one of the reasons I got this apricot fruit spread is that there's a recipe I wanted to try, and in order to bring down the bites or points, I needed something like this. And sugar-free jams are great, but you don't usually find an apricot version of them. It's usually like strawberry, blueberry, grape. So it was difficult to find an apricot or even a peach for this recipe I want to come up with. So let us hope that this is good, and I will hopefully be having a recipe coming out using it. Let's see. Definitely gelatinous, like a jelly. Let's see what the taste is like. I like it. It's milder than I expected. It does have a faint artificial sweetener taste to it, but faint in the back of the throat. But the apricot flavor is a little milder than I was hoping, but it's not bad. I mean, it tastes good. The texture was almost like Jell-O that hadn't fully firmed yet. So maybe once it's in the fridge, now that I've opened it, maybe that'll set up a little bit more so it's a little firmer. But this is a keeper. I will look into doing the recipe that's in my head right now with this, but I'm going to look for an alternative. Maybe using actual apricots or peaches rather than the jam. I will get back to you at some point on that, but not bad. I will be interested to see what it's like when it firms up. Okay, last 3. Oh, I need to wipe off my spoon. Okay, what's this here? Chocolate dip. Calorie free. Calorie free chocolate. That's always a good thing. Well, not always, but definitely thick and ploppy. Kind of almost like a Jell-O pudding that isn't fully set yet. Let's see what the flavor is like. Now, it might be okay mixed into something as part of something else. But directly, no. Let me try again. There's some sort of, I don't know, it's like a dark flavor. I mean, I guess this is supposed to be, I don't know if it's supposed to be dark chocolate, but there's some dark chemically flavor that kind of sits on your tongue. I'll try this with other things just to give it another shot, but so far this is the first, probably not, that I'm going to give the Walden Farms products. That taste, ugh, I don't know what it is. Should have had a cup of water here so I could cleanse my palate in between, especially after that one. All right, hopefully I won't have the same problem here with this caramel dip. Again, kind of like the texture of Jello pudding that hasn't set fully. Hopefully, I still have the taste from that. I need to get some water and cleanse my palate. That was the first time I've had to try to get the taste of something from Walden Farms out of my mouth. But now it's out, so let's try the caramel dip. Smells like caramel. I didn't even smell the other things, but this definitely smells like caramel. Let's see. That's not bad. There is a mild something sitting on my tongue, kind of like with the chocolate, but it's not offensive like the chocolate one was. It tastes a little bit almost like a butterscotch. So I think that's a keeper. The caramel dip. I could definitely see putting it on some Nick's ice cream or Enlightened or Halo Top or whatever you use. Maybe even some sugar-free pudding, mixing it in. That one's not bad. So far, only one out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1 out of 11 so far has been a no. Okay, now this is a blueberry fruit spread. And yep, this is nice and thick, bit gelatinous, kind of definitely like a jelly. And I love blueberries, so I'm having high hopes for this one. If my arms would stop twitching so I can get it to my mouth. I know I reacted with a weird face, but that was because there was some taste that hit me. It wasn't really a chemical taste, it was like an intensity of some flavor. Let me try again now that I've gotten that taste. Let me just see if I still get that reaction from it. Yeah, it might be the artificial sweetener. It's a little heavy, but it doesn't linger too long. This one, kind of iffy on. The flavor's not bad, but that hit of artificial sweetener taste or something could even be the artificial flavorings, I don't know. But the blueberry fruit spread is kind of an iffy one for me. I will err on the side of, yes, I would use it. And yeah, I think I would use this. I'd try it on things. Like I said, when I first tried the Chipotle ranch dressing, I was not a fan, but actually on a salad, it was fine. So maybe this and even the chocolate dip, maybe, paired with something else, might actually be better than it is right out of the jar. So, to wrap it up, blueberry fruit spread, I'm on the fence, but leaning towards okay. Chocolate dip, not really a fan, but I'm hoping mixed into something it will be better. Caramel dip, better than the chocolate dip, has a butterscotch flavor, and I did enjoy it. I did get an initial hit of probably the sweetener, but that one was definitely a keeper. The marshmallow dip, still, I think mixed with something. Maybe I'll try it with my s'mores treat and see if it works any better paired with something else. Because I think paired with something, it'll be okay. On its own, not a great fan. So that kind of goes with the chocolate, or in between the chocolate and the blueberry. Because it's on the fence, but I'm leaning more towards accepting it than I am the chocolate. Apricot, yes, this was good. Didn't have a strong apricot flavor, but it was a nice, pleasant flavor, and I may use it in a recipe. Chipotle Mayo, I've already talked about how thin it is, but the flavor is very good. The blueberry syrup does have a sweetener aftertaste that I'm not overly a fan of. So that's more in the middle. It might be great on pancakes when you're not going to get that direct hit of sweetener. So that's in the middle of the pack. The pancake syrup, definitely a keeper. Maple walnut syrup, definitely a keeper. As I said, I'll put this in my coffee. Maybe make a little smoothie with it. This mocha coffee creamer, definitely a keeper. I really enjoy this. And Chipotle ranch dressing, don't taste it out of the bottle, but on a salad, it's very good. So that wraps up my Walden Farms taste test. As I said, I got all of this from vitacost.com. I reached out to them to see if they'd be willing to offer some sort of a code, but I guess they don't have that program going on any longer. So there's no code for them. So if you find it somewhere else, find it somewhere else if you want to try them. But overall, the majority of everything I liked, or at least was leaning towards liking. The only one was that chocolate dip. No thanks. But we'll see what it tastes like in something else. So, I hope you enjoyed this taste test video that I sprung on you. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and if you're looking for some weight loss recipes. And hit the notification bell for the next time I upload any sort of video like this spontaneous video here. And also follow me over on Instagram. I'll leave my handle here and in the description box, as well as the 2 Facebook groups that I am a part of. One is my own, Recipes with Roy, and the other one I co-admin with Jennifer Lynn from the Jennifer Lynn channel, and Bree Coleman from Balancing Life with Bree. We are the co-admins on Finding Our Way, WEIGH, and I will leave that icon here so that you know that you've reached the right place when you find it. So I hope you will join us somewhere in the social media universe. The groups are really great, a lot of support, a lot of tips, a lot of tricks Feel free to ask any questions. There's always someone out there willing to offer their experiences. Kind of like my experiences with these Walden Farms items. So that is it for this taste test. So until my next video, bye.